Hey guys, Justin here. I'm in Thornlie right now, and according to the caption, redemption journey, because last time, when I did Thornlie Line last time, the audio failed, if you guys remember that video. So the full journey failed last time with the audio. It bucked up at Burswood, and then the whole video, the whole journey until Thornlie is just muted. But this time, when we actually go ahead and we're going to do another Thornlie Line full journey the other way, we're going to, hopefully the audio doesn't fail this time, so we can go all the way through, and redemption since last time's failure. So thank you so much MTRE9E28 production for this video, for this request here. And it's actually from Thornlie here. Actually, it's originally from Elizabeth Quay to Thornlie, but I have done the other way last time, although it failed. But this time we'll do the other way, and hopefully it doesn't fail, to Elizabeth Quay. Let's do it. Now it's around 1 o'clock, so there's hopefully not too many people on the train. And this car is pretty empty, but later on when you hit Cannington and probably other stations, it's going to have more people boarding. So we're on set number 2 here. And the front set is 37, this is the back set. I'm going to check it out when I head to Perth, when I reach Perth. We're not going to walk down the path, we're just going to jump down and edit. And yes, here's an update of an event that I don't know whether this video will be uploaded before this event, but May 7th on Sunday, there's a freaking crazy event at Fremantle, which that trains will be running in very funny patterns with the airport line. So yes, the airport line trains, it will start from High Wycombe, and then it will just stop at High Wycombe Airport Centre in Redcliffe. And then it will run express to Perth without stopping at anything. All the airport line trains will be like that. So that's why if you want to go to the other stations, you need to change trains to the Midland or Fremantle. At that time, the trains are back, so that's why trains can run through. Shutdown is almost over, so that's why. And then the trains, listen carefully, the airport line trains, they're going to run express to Perth after Redcliffe, and then express to Fremantle, not Claremont. Airport line trains running to Fremantle. That's that's for sure the first time ever that's happening. But unfortunately, that Sunday is the only day that I cannot actually go out and film. So that's why I actually won't be filming anything related to that. Unfortunately, I know you guys might be thinking, Justin, please. Mark will be filming it, so that's why you can go ahead and check out Mark's video. He told me he's gonna film it for sure, like this, like such crazy things he will never miss out. So that's why. And also, Lakeland Station has scheduled to be opened on June 11. And again, unfortunate that I won't be able to actually get videos uploaded on the first day when it opens. Yep, I won't be going to the opening day. I will not be able to actually go on June 11th. First of all, it's a Sunday. Again, like I said, Sunday, always I cannot film. Because right now I have Sunday morning, I need to go to church, and afternoon I have some other things to do. Plus that day, the next day following June 11th is June 12th, is a Monday, I have a test. I have a final exam. That week is actually my exam week, so that's why I just can't. So I'm going to finish my exam and I'm going to go down to Lakelands, and I have around a month or so of rest with the semester break. During that week, during that month, you can literally expect tons of videos during that month. But before that, it will be, we'll stick with 1 week. I mean, filmings, I'll only upload once a week, and then maybe like 2 to 3 premieres, but it will be just basically I go film once a week. I can't do too many. There are people boarding here, so you might need to switch back to the other side.
Next station, Mandurah.
Got another Thornlie Line coming in here. Next station, Queen's Park.
Next station, Queen's Park.
This train runs from Thornlie to Perth, stopping at Cannington and then all stations to Perth. We got a bus here, what the hell? 1591, one of the earlier gas buses that's gonna get withdrawn very soon. Here's Queen's Park. The only route that actually passes through Queen's Park is the 201, which is completely stupid, that route. Only like 3 services a day during weekdays. For school service, connect with Curtin. And of course the 907 if it's actually going through the train replacement, but that's the only 2 routes that actually stops here. So basically no buses will be going to Queen's Park.
Next station, Welshpool. Doors closing.
Next station, Welshpool. This is the last year that we're gonna have Welshpool station. It's gonna get destroyed again very soon, demolished, when the Armadale line shut down, which will start late this year, like around November, December.
Next station,
Welshpool. And they would demolish Welshpool station and then move Queen's Park station, elevated the station, elevate Queen's Park station, and move it closer to the Welshpool stop. So then they can alleviate the problem between this section right here, between Welshpool and Queen's Park, because it's pretty long, this section, and it's going to be hard if Welshpool station is gone and there are no extra stations to help with this little bit of an industrial area right here. And because of Queen's Park and Cannington right now, they're way too close to each other. Literally, you can just walk between the 2 stations. Although it's not like a very short walk, you still need to walk like 10 minutes, but you can literally see the trains at Cannington when the trains are at Queen's Park. You can literally see the trains. So there will be a lot of changes for the Armadale and Thornlie Line after the shutdown, because basically they're reforming the whole line during the shutdown. Although the line is electrified, not like the trains in Adelaide, they're not electrified, some of them still, but they're gonna change the overall feelings of all of the stations, and the tracks are gonna be mostly, hopefully they will elevate most of the stuff.
this is Welshpool.
Here we are at Welshpool. You can see the station is not saying that it's actually completely useless. You see how many people actually uses the station.
Next station, Oak Street. Doors closing.
Next station, Oak Street. So that's why. So the extension, the shutdown has been extended for 2 days. So that's why technically today is actually already over for the original schedule. So originally the schedule is over already for the shutdown. Today is 26th of April. Originally is over, but they extended to 28 for the last day, and then 29 first day of trains back. So that's why I can still go to do some shutdown filmings today, which I'm gonna do after this journey. Which you guys wanted to see more bus spotting, so that's why this time we're gonna spot the airport line sections. Although it's not gonna be as fun as spotting at Perth during rush hours, but it's just a complete of the series. And first train will run on 29, but the thing is on 29 is a Saturday, so that's why there are actually stadium events on the 29. So that's why trains are again skipping McIver and Claysbrook as normal. So that's why, funny thing is, although there are no shutdown for the trains, the 901 will run again on 99. Basically, after the shutdown on 28 and then 29, the 901 needs to keep running because you need to run, doesn't go all the way to Midland, it's just start from East Perth and run to Perth and stopping at McIver and Claysbrook while the trains skip them just to like control the passengers because of express trains will be running for the stadium events as usual. For Joondalup Line and Fremantle Line, there will be straight trains running through from Perth Stadium express to Perth. So that's why if Armadale Line trains stop at Claysbrook and McIver, it's going to affect the express trains. So that's why all trains will not stop at McIver and Claysbrook. Wheelchair ready to get off, so that's fine. Gonna move away for now.
Next station, Carlisle.
第一次。
Oh, well, if that's the case, we just move to the back door. Perfect. Now, hopefully the audio didn't fail, so I might actually do a quick cut to see actually whether it failed or not. So, very quick cut maybe, right here. Because the door will open, so there are people getting off, so that's why there will be probably opening doors. This one won't open, the one at the front will open, so we have some time. So I'm going to have a quick cut here when the train stops. Okay, so after the cut, and another Thornlie one over there, set 30. The audio is fine, so that's fine. Set number 1 and 30 over there. Cool. This one is set 2, so we actually see the first 2 set today. It's pretty funny. So here's Carlisle. Next station, Victoria Park. Oh, there goes a 38 back there. It's going to pass through this path right here. Never tried the 38, but might be a fun one to film because it did change a little bit after Airport Line, although it's been a while. So the route has changed since Airport Line for the 38. The terminus spot is the same at Cloverdale, no difference for the 38. It's just the plant lane. It's a street called Plant Lane, and then it was there originally already, so that's why I didn't change the terminus. But at the city, they changed from EQ and they moved up to travel to Perth Passport. So instead of driving down to EQ along St George's Terrace and Adelaide Terrace, they moved up to Wellington Street and goes to Perth Passport. So which actually is pretty good, which actually is good because now there are 3 routes go to Perth Passport instead of before only 2 routes at Vic Park Interchange. Because if you exclude the 910, which is on the other side, because the 910 stop is very inconvenient to access with the other 3 routes that actually stop in the middle of the bus station. So that's why the high frequency is the 960 and there's a 220, which is stupid, don't care about that. So before, without the 38, it's only the 220 and a 960, which you just have to force away for a 960 to get to Perth Passport. But now with extra 38, you can alleviate a little bit because 38 is like half an hour per bus. It's not that bad according to compared with the Armadale 220, which is 1 hour. And on weekends, it's also not as bad as the 220 because on Sunday 220 is 2 hours per bus. So, oh, it's starting to rain now. Unfortunate. So hopefully it's just raining over here. It's not raining back at my place. Although it doesn't matter. I do have my laundry out, but I didn't put it outside in the open. I put it under a shelter, but it's outdoors, so hopefully it doesn't get wet. Because I won't be going back until night time. So yesterday was Anzac Day. Originally, my plan to actually film on Anzac Day yesterday. Of course, I won't be filming the special bus services, which there are 3 of them for Anzac Day, which is the 620, the 621, and the 622. Which all these routes, not all of them, Mark had filmed a few of them with Riley, so you can check that one out. Check those out. Not going to put a card, but remember to subscribe to these dudes. So, The 620 is the most fun one, honestly. Actually, not the 620, 621 is pretty fun because there's some closure with the roads in the middle of the city, so that's why buses cannot run, and many buses deviates with the other paths. So the 620 runs from Perth Busport direct up to Kings Park for the dawn services and brings people back afterwards. And then the 621 runs inside Kings Park from the 620 stop inside to the memorial, exactly the site inside of Kings Park, which is a very funny route because no transport buses will be running in there normally. And we have the 622, which is like a midnight service, like around 3 to 5 a.m. in Fremantle for the dawn services in Fremantle. So he didn't film that one because it's literally impossible to do so. Next station, Claysbrook. Let's see whether I can actually spot some of the turnback trains of the Fremantle Line A series. Because this is what they do for the Fremantle Line trains. With the shutdown, they need to turn back at Claysbrook station because there's not enough space. The sidings outside of Perth station are used by the airport line trains, so that's why the Fremantle Line trains need to go a little bit further to turn back. So maybe we can see some because we should be able to see some. They just turn back after entering platform 4 and then cross over the tracks. So. Now we're going to Bayswater later on as well with the 901 or 902, doesn't matter. Just go to Bayswater, check out some stuff, and then I will start the bus spotting video. You can spot quite a long time because I didn't plan to go back home until late, so that's why. Here's Perth Stadium. Messages coming in. Crossing the bridge. And later on, just because I will be spotting buses for the airport line session, I will be having a chance to take the 902 again, which is going to be great. There's a train right there. It's just some trains parking in the depot here. So, because it's been a while since I've taken the 902, which is just the last time airport line full line shut down, which I filmed with Mark last year. And we'll be filming it. We're not going to film the journey, but I'll just take it and do some bus spotting at the stations. B series in there. Now because again, I don't think they're going to use A series during weekdays for the Claremont trains, but they can just use A series for the Claremont trains because A series have been tested with the sidings and they're okay to go into the sidings, so that's why. Now mostly still they're going to use B series for the Claremont trains, but they will sometimes just throw in A series because there's no point of using always B series. Okay, let's see whether there are trains turning back. And also the signs for Claysbrook stations are in. You can see right there. This is a new sign. Compared with there's still an old sign over here. It's kind of funny. So here, that's the new sign. That's the old sign right there. It's pretty funny. They have both the new sign and the old signs. Change of drivers or something at the front, I'm not so sure, but there's no point of actually changing drivers for this though. Are there trains coming in on the other side? We try to spot a train maybe turn back and platform 4 cross
closing.
Looks like there are for real change of drivers. That's pretty stupid. I guess it makes sense because here's the depot, so it makes... What the hell is this? Oh, what the hell? Okay, at least it makes sense. The trains on the other side, I saw the timetable. I was like, what the hell is the time intervals? Armadale, there's the Armadale one. Armadale 1 minute, which is this train right here. And then the next one to Thornlie is in 2 minutes. Like, what? And next is McIver. No trains on the other side though, unfortunately. We're definitely going to be able to see a B series at the sidings later on, but not an A series across to Claremont. I mean not Claremont, Claysbrook.
This is McIver.
This is McIver. I made it to McIver. Any new signs here in McIver? Nope, just kidding. Still the old signs. Platform 3 not in use over there. No trains though. Kind of funny actually, kind of weird.
Next station.
Perth. Next is Perth. We're going to get off. This is Terminus for the train.
Doors closing.
Yeah, there's actually no trains over there. What the hell? Expect at least some turnbacks for trains.
Doors closing.
Someone probably opened the door at the front or at the back. And here comes the Thornlie train. Why there's another 5 minutes? What the hell? Why the trains are so frequent right now? Here's the T one, and then I saw the freaking info box over there. It says the next train to Armadale is 5 minutes. There's just an Armadale one just left. Why there's another Armadale in 5 minutes? For sure that's like gonna have some problems, probably some delays or some shit. Anyways, here's the B series parked right there for Claremont, ready to go. Waiting for the A series probably to clear out inside the station. It's the Claremont B series, set 72, which is a good one. Good one. Yep, there it is, set 72. Technically, I guess they can just use platform 6. I don't know why they don't use platform 6. Just use platform 6. Make things way easier if you use platform 6 and the trains need to park here. Now here, Mark said he didn't able to see any trains terminating in platform 9. I already saw a train inside platform 9 right here. I already saw an A series inside platform 9, so we're gonna show you that when the train's coming in. So if I'm correct, I hate the Thornlie Line part though. You need to go in like 8 kilometers per hour. It's so stupid. I already literally saw a train in platform 9, so that's why. We're gonna show you the platform 9 train later on. Mark said he didn't see any platform 9 terminating trains last time. All trains terminating platform 8 he says, but I already saw it's platform 9 over there. I already saw a train on platform 9, which is an A series. So I've yeah, there's the train. That's on platform 9 right there. That's very clear. Yeah, that's a platform 9 train right there. That's a very clear platform 9 A series. So that's why. Because I have taken Fremantle Line one time with my friend. So I've taken Fremantle Line one time with my friend, and then the Fremantle Line trains terminate at platform 9. And all of the Airport Line ones terminate at platform 8. So that's why I'm not so sure, but that's there goes an A series back there, you just saw. So now let's head down to take one station with the Mandurah line. Here's our set 123 to Mandurah here. The next train is in 8 minutes, which is to Coburn for the W patron services, but we're not going to be waiting for that. 94, 1, 2, 3, and 94. So 94, 1, 2, 3. Okay, to Sport. Okay, because too many people, so I'm just gonna do the tunnel views. Actually, one thing really quickly, I hope that that lady over there and her husband doesn't actually hear me. Don't hear me, because they definitely understand what I'm saying. But That's pretty funny. Or earlier on the first a little bit of an interaction, not really with me, just next to me when they enter the train. It's pretty funny because the husband is Australian, and then the wife is a Hong Konger. So that's why the husband uses some of his limited knowledges of Cantonese and asked her wife to walk faster. Vai đi la, vai đi la, vai đi la. That means move faster. And that's what I heard. That's pretty funny.
Elizabeth Quay.
Thank you for trying to speak in Cantonese, my friend. Next station, Elizabeth Quay. Too many people since one station inside a tunnel, so just a quick tunnel view. And we already made it, so... And that's it for the vlog. Really hope you guys enjoyed this one. It's a pretty basic one, so not too much to go through. And I really always hate Elizabeth Quay Station. I always don't like to be at the back, because at the back is always annoying when there's always a staff member at the back. Alright, here we are. Let's get and press the button.
Elizabeth Quay.
Alright, here is Elizabeth Quay. And we're sending the train out. There's that dude over there, literally looking at me. There he is. And we just sent it out. Hopefully that guy doesn't come over and annoy me. So we end it pretty quickly. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like. And there's the funny announcement that I've not heard for a long time. Cockburn Central passengers. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much MTR E9E28 production for this request. Appreciate all of you Hong Kong viewers for giving me perfect requests. So, but hopefully on the other way, hopefully Perth viewers can request some Hong Kong things next time. See you guys next time. Click on these videos up top. Remember to subscribe. Check out the links in the description down below for my other channels and my Instagram. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace!